Faber Piano Adventures, Level 3A, pages 46 and 47. The song is called Ice Dancing. I'm going to demonstrate this piece, then we'll talk about all the details. The right hand starts on F sharp. Because we're in the key of D, we're sharping F and C. Put your third finger on F sharp. Here is middle C, move up to F sharp. Second on E, first on D, fourth on G, and your pinky on A. Your left hand is going to be starting in an interesting way. Put your second finger on C sharp, third on B, and we're going to be crossing under with our thumb to A, like this. And we're going to do it again in the next bar. So be ready to do that. Maybe you should practice that by yourself first before you start the piece. Alright, let's take a listen to the piece. We'll talk about the details at the end. Here's Ice Dancing. Okay, let's talk about the details of this piece. Remember, we're sharpening the F's and the C's as we play, in the left hand as in the right. So as I walk down here with the left hand beginning, there's a C sharp, there's an F sharp right there, and it happens again. So be careful. Some people get the C sharp and miss the F sharp, so watch out for that. The right hand, we're starting on the F sharp. Pretty easy stuff there. And we stay in this position. That? Now, this part, the right hand stays in position, and the left hand, we're doing some interesting fingerings and so forth, but playing them together at the beginning, or excuse me, the top of page 47, it can be difficult. That part you probably need to practice hand separate and then slowly put them together. So I'm going to demonstrate that. So I'm starting on measure 7. Remember, you can find that by looking at the box above the bar, and it will have a number 7. Let's look at the right hand. Okay, that doesn't look too hard. Let's look at the left. Now, when we put them together, it should sound like that. But our hands are kind of doing opposite things in a sense. We're hitting our 2s, then we hit our 4s, then this one hits 3, but this one hits 1, then 2 and 2 again, and then 3 and 1. When we're playing them together. So that's a lot of variation. So this messes people up a lot. So just sit there and work on the left hand by itself for a while. And when you put them together, if you want to, a good practice method is to add one of these notes in the left hand at a time as you play through the entire right. Like this. I'm going to play the whole right hand and just add this first note. Simple. Now I'm going to add the second note, but I'm going to play slower this time. So every time you add notes, just try to slow down just a little bit. Now I'm going to add the third note. And that way you can slowly get through the parts that both hands play together. That's a really good practice method, okay? It doesn't take that long, it just seems like it does. Okay, now in section 2, starting on measure 9, we actually have to move our right hand up to this position. But remember, we have now C sharp, right? So we can't just play... You can't play regular C. You have to have your fourth finger resting on C sharp. So our third finger starts on B and we play this. So you notice the left hand, I'm still in basically the same position. But the right hand now, I've moved up to kind of a G position, but I have to hit the C sharp. And then we play the next part. It's the same thing. Here it is again. And then the walk down pattern here. Cross over, this is measure 15, and then here we do the polka rit. Just slow down just a little bit. You don't have to. That's ridiculous. That's kind of a real retardando. Just a little bit, like that. Just pull back just a little. Now remember, from measures 9 to the end, you'll see a repeat at the end and a forward repeat at the beginning of measure 9. So you have to repeat those parts twice before you get to that second time they're talking about. So make sure you play those last 3 bars on page 47 twice. Other than that, don't forget your sharps. Try that practice method I talked about, and you should do fine with ice dancing. So this concludes the piece.